Alright, hello everybody, welcome to part 9 of Let's Play Space Marine. And you'll notice that my loadout is a little bit different from the end of the last video. We did have another issue in that there was a patch released for the game, and the patch messed around with the audio. So what happened was I recorded half an hour of footage, got to a checkpoint, viewed the video and realised that you couldn't hear a blessed thing that I was saying. So I've had to go back to this point, and I'm back to using a chainsaw. So I do apologise for that. But we're just going to carry on regardless. We're going to press on. And I want to thank you all, those that have been viewing and commenting and thumbs upping and subscribing. I really do appreciate it. So thank you very much to you all for that. I've got a few notes of stuff that I want to talk about. A few questions that I wanted to answer that have been asked either via comments or people have messaged me. The first thing is about the Emperor of Mankind, because people seem to talk about him quite a lot. And the Emperor of Mankind was a virtually immortal psyker, a guy with psychic powers. And he led humanity in the Great Crusade about sort of 10,000-15,000 years ago. And he created the Space Marines in order to do this Great Crusade. He created the Space Marine Legions. And all of the Space Marine Legions were led by a Primarch, which is sort of a head of the Legion, from which all the other Space Marines are derived. They would all have the same gene seed, which would make them superhumanly powerful. They would all be derived from this Primarch. And what happened was, after the Great Crusade was finished, or more or less completely finished, and the galaxy was united in one big empire, the Imperium, there was a rebellion. The Emperor's most trusted Primarch, Horus, fell to the ruinous powers of chaos, and he led a rebellion called the Horus Heresy, and he almost succeeded in basically destroying the Imperium just as it had been created. What happened was there was a final battle over Earth, and the Emperor and Horus fought in single combat, and Horus mortally wounded the Emperor, but the Emperor managed to kill him. And the Emperor, ever since, the Emperor has been in this device on Earth called the Golden Throne, and he's pretty much dead. He doesn't speak, he doesn't move, he's just got a sort of psychic presence. So that's why they call him the Immortal Emperor. He's in this Golden Throne, this life support device, and he just doesn't move from there. And he's been like that for 10,000 years, so it must be a bummer for him. So and there's kind of a strange relationship that the Space Marines have with the Emperor as compared to the rest of the Imperium, because the Imperium literally venerates the Emperor as a god. There's an imperial cult surrounding him, and veneration of the Emperor is paramount.
Kill 'em all!
Ambush that guy. Whereas the Space Marines don't really see him as a god so much as just a father figure. But yeah, the imperial cult is the worship of the Emperor. The Emperor would probably be pretty horrified by that, because what's unknown to the citizens of the Imperium now is that the Emperor tried to spread this ethos called the Imperial Truth. And the Imperial Truth basically tries to state that there are no gods, and the only truth is what can be seen and measured. I guess you'd call it empiricism. But now, because of the corrupting influence of chaos, this imperial cult has sprang up to make this kind of unthinking devotion to the Emperor. It's not really what he had in mind. And if you want to know more about chaos, I apologise if you can hear that siren. If you want to know more about chaos, you will learn more about them during the course of this game, I promise you. With pleasure. Eat that chainsword. Nom nom nom, says the orc. So yeah, that's the Emperor. Also got a question from Motocross or Motocross. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Asking me what a servitor was, and a servitor is kind of a cybernetic, a mindless cybernetic organism made to perform a specific task. So they might be made to lift heavy objects or to fight or something like that, and they're normally sort of a mix of sort of flesh and metal. Sometimes that they're vat grown, they're sort of specifically grown for that purpose. Other times they will be, take these things out, they will be criminals that are specifically punished by being lobotomized and turned into servitors, turned into mindless servitors. So yet more another example of why the Imperium's great, because you might get turned into a mindless servitor and forced to do the same thing over and over. That was a back grenade. Oh yeah, he's gonna feel that in the morning. Guess I could also talk a bit about me. If you hadn't already guessed, I'm from the UK, specifically from England. And just like the stereotypical Englishman, I love tea. In fact, I do actually have a cup of tea next to me right now.
Ultramarine chapter. Access granted.
So we have a melter gun. The Vulcan assault pattern melter gun fires a scorching plume of molecularly agitated heat at close range. This weapon, this power comes at the expense of low ammunition stores and a long recharge between shots.
Even here, the tech priests honor their machine god.
So let's try it out, shall we?
Shoot those humans!
I'll let a few get close. Yeah, it's pretty effective. Blender. So yeah, stereotypical Englishmen love tea. I know that, you know, you're not supposed to conform to stereotypes, but I can't help it. I do actually love tea. I drink it almost constantly, and I would recommend that everyone else does the same. Kind of enjoying this part because there's no Space Marines to interrupt me, so I can kind of just ramble on and on and on. I don't have to worry about Leandros or Sidonis interrupting me like the gits they are. I do love these environments, just so monolithic, really make you feel small even though you're a 7-foot tall killing machine.
Space Marines! Run, boys!
You better run. Cowards. Should we switch back to the power axe? Yeah, let's switch back to the power axe. So I apologise that there haven't been, there's been a sort of break in the number of videos. I was trying to do one every day apart from Sunday, but it has been it's been pretty frantic trying to put some new job applications in and stuff, so hopefully that will be worthwhile.
Adeptus Astartes recognized. Access authorized.
So we've got superior fury now, which means that fury drains significantly more slowly, and it instructs me to use this advantage to destroy the enemies of man. So I will do that.
It's a fight now!
Feels a bit traitorous for me to be slaughtering so many orcs. I kind of feel a little bit like I owe them, seeing as I used to play them back in the tabletop version of Warhammer 40,000. I haven't actually played Warhammer 40,000 for a long time, the tabletop version of it. Not since 2nd edition, which I think the last time I played it was in about 97 or 1998, so it was a long time ago, and I think the game's got a lot better since then. But I still love the lore, I love talking about it, so if any of you guys have any more questions, please feel free to either put them in a comment or just send me a message, a YouTube message. I check all my messages and I try to respond to everything.